Hello little buns, it is Steph. Welcome back to my home. Today I want to address something you guys have been asking me about. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I have had questions on every single video since I have gotten this to show you it. So I am talking about my new tattoo. It is on my arm, right here, as you can see. And again, I just was like, well, I want a tattoo, so I went and got one. There is, however, a lot of meaning behind this, and I want to share that with you because you guys are curious, and I don't see why not, you know? Let's set the story. My friend Sam called me.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And he was like,
So, do you want to go tattoo?
and I was like,
Yes, let's go.
So we went to this place in Toronto in a neighborhood called Kensington Market, which is a very cool neighborhood. Go there during the day, experience the wonderfulness. It's very, very cool. There is a place called not Black Pearl, I always say Black Pearl, like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Pearl Harbor gift shop, and it is a tattoo parlor. And they do walk-ins every Saturday and Thursday. So we went in on a Thursday morning, I believe. We got there at like 9 o'clock, just before 9 o'clock. And the idea is you wait there, you get in a line, and people show up as early as 8 or 9. And the place isn't open till 11. So me and Sam sat there for a couple of hours waiting because there's an artist that we really, really liked. He'd been to her once before for another arm piece, like another tattoo, floral arm tattoo. And he said she's really great. I looked at her Instagram, it's fantastic. You can find her Instagram, by the way, let me just look at my phone for it. Her Instagram is Jennifer Laws. She does the most incredible floral work. She's amazing with line work, with shading. She is honestly incredible. And I love the idea of going to women doing tattoos, or even like anybody that's under the trans umbrella too, anybody that's not a man. Not because I want the men to not succeed, but because they're doing fine, okay? And I feel like women have a hard time in the industry, so do genderqueer people, or gender fluid people, or trans people. So if I can go to an artist of that background with work that I like, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna choose them because of that, but if they do good work, I'm gonna prioritize them over a man that does good work. Anyway, we waited in line for 2 or 3 hours. We were the first and second people to get done by her that day. So we were very, very lucky, and I'm very glad that we got there so early. So what I got done, these are iris flowers, okay? And it's in kind of a around my elbow kind of situation. Now my friend Sam said something very interesting and it resonated with me, and he said he didn't like a certain part of his body, so he got a tattoo on it and it made him think it was beautiful. And I thought that was fucking cool. So I was thinking, okay, well my arms are pretty much my biggest insecurity, so if I get tattoos on them, maybe I think they're beautiful. It worked. I love this arm. I think it's cool as shit. I think it's fucking gorgeous. So anyway, I'll show you up close and I'll talk about it. A lot of people ask me if I'm gonna get it colored. I like black and white, or not black and white, I guess just black tattoos. Just, you know, monotone tattoos like this, because I feel like they look a little bit more magical. I feel like they're kind of, I like the simplicity of it, you know? I like the focus being on the lines and the shapes, not so much on the color. And I think I'm going to continue down that route because I think it looks really cool. The reason I chose iris flowers over any other flower, and she said she doesn't really get iris flowers requested, so that was kind of cool for her, she said, I don't know. The reason I picked them is iris was kind of a big thing for a number of ways. In my early transition. When I started transitioning, I used to work at a beauty counter about an hour away from where I was living. So I would have to take the subway for an hour there and an hour back every day. And that winter, when that U2 album was added to everybody's iTunes and they couldn't get rid of it. It was either that one or it was a couple of years later, because I don't remember what year that was. The album had a song called Iris. And my understanding is it's about his mother and how, you know, she's dead, but he feels her energy and it helps him like live, or I don't know. But the way I interpreted it is, like, the line I think in the song is your light's inside of me or something. And I used to want to be called Iris. That was the first name that I really wanted when I started transitioning, was Iris. And I was like, oh, Iris is inside of me and she's giving me strength and all this, you know, whatever. It's kind of pretentious and dramatic, but at the time it gave me a lot to think about. It made me really happy. So that's the first facet of wanting to be called Iris, was the song and the name. Iris is also the goddess of rainbows, which is pretty fucking gay. And you know, like, I'm part of the LGBT community and I think that's pretty rad. And then there's also the iris of an eye, and my eyes are my favorite feature of myself, and there's something that people have always tormented me for, and I've kind of found power in that now. And so the iris of my eye is the blue iris of my eye. I think it's really, I don't know, it's important to me. So it's like 3-pronged interest in iris, okay? So having the flower to me represents all of those things. And so it reminds me of early transition. It grounds me in the idea, you know, like, you know, I have not always been here. I've not always been this happy. I should be grateful, right, that I've come this far. It's nostalgia of that time, you know, when I would take the subway. It reminds me of that, you know, those cold winter days where I'd get into the subway and cozy up into a chair and just it's just like a warm, comfy, lovely memory. And it's not something that's a specific memory. It's just all those times in the subway just brought me so much, I don't know. At the time, you don't think about it, but looking back, now that I don't take the subway as often, it's a comforting kind of. Nostalgia is always comforting, you know? And then it also reminds me of, you know, the shit that people have given me for my eyes and my face and how I love that now. It kind of, there's some kind of little, I don't know, this is probably reaching a little bit, but I feel like it has a little bit of like a pagan symbolism because of the rainbow goddess, the iris, the goddess of rainbows. I just think it's just a cool idea. I'm not saying that I'm a pagan. I'm just saying I think that's a cool tie-in, okay? So it just has a lot of, you know, multiple meanings for me that I think are really interesting. And I'm down for that, you know? I'm gonna go back to this woman for sure and get a number of things done. I don't know what I want next. I have 1,000 ideas and I have, you know, 1,000 things that I want. But if you guys wanna go to Jennifer, again, her Instagram I'll put in the description box, but it's Jennifer Laws. And she does walk-ins at Pearl Harbor Gift Shop in Kensington Market every Thursday and Saturday. Sometimes she's not, like she might be off for a day or something. So just check her Instagram out, see when she's available. But I think she's an amazing artist and I think y'all should go to her and get your own little, I don't know, she does amazing floral work, but she can do anything you want, really. I love it. I love it so much and I can't wait to get another tattoo. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you were asking for it and I hope it satisfied something deep in your being, you know what I'm saying? Until next time, just remember, you are as sharp as a tattoo needle. They might not be that sharp, but I'm pretty sure they are. And when I say sharp, I mean like witty and keen intelligence and all that stuff. You know, you're sharp. Anyway, I love you so much. Bye!